This is probably one of my favorite songs that we've written, and we'll let Sean start us.
¿Qué tal, amigos de 80 y más del canal de la música? Tenemos a un invitado especial en esta tarde-noche, para que ustedes disfruten de esta entrevista con Dave Mustaine, por supuesto, uno de los grandes guitarristas y también líder de la banda Megadeth, que está en nuestro país junto a Black Sabbath en un gran concierto que se está realizando hoy martes 22 por la noche. Hi Dave, and welcome to Costa Rica.
Thank you.
What's the inspiration for the title track Super Collider?
Well, that wasn't supposed to be the title track of the record. It just ended up being the title track. But that particular item, the Super Collider, is this highly advanced scientific machine in Europe, which they use to split atoms. And part of that is they're trying to determine the material that is surrounding a molecule, which is mass, but they couldn't put a name on the mass, and they just called it black mass for the time being, and it actually ended up getting identified recently as the Higgs boson, which is the God particle.
Okay. Do you like the digital age, or are you mostly old school and long for the days when the radio will give you the song?
Well, I like old school stuff, and I like stuff that's modern too. I think that having a comfortable blend of things makes life really enjoyable. You know, I'm one of those guys that like shoelaces. I see people with Velcro on their shoes, and I think that is the lamest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Okay. Outside of music, outside of your life in Megadeth, what do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time?
Yeah.
Well, it's really weird. The more successful you get in life, either you get completely greedy and you want more, or you get grateful and you want to share. And for me, in my life lately, I've been really getting involved a lot with this particular thing through my church, where we've been doing food kitchens, and I think that's really cool, because, you know, at the end of the day, you can say what you want about Megadeth music, you know, you can say what you want about me or not, but I know that in Haiti, 8,000 little kids got to eat today, and that's the coolest thing in the world.
Okay. What do you see the future holding for Megadeth in the next 5 to 10 years?
Well, hopefully a lot more records. I think the funny thing is, there was a period about 10 years ago I was really unhappy with the way things were going in the music business and with Megadeth in general. And there was a lot of internal turmoil with the band, a lot of fighting and stuff like that. And a lot of times I would ask myself, is this really what I want to do with the rest of my life? And once we had the breakup after my arm got injured and I reevaluated my career, it changed things. And, you know, meeting up with Sean and Chris really made me, I believe, a much more grateful player. So I think right now the best is yet to come for us. We really have gotten a lot better in the last probably 2 years even. We're playing better now than I think we've ever played, you know.
Okay. When the promoters told you you will play in Costa Rica again, what do you think?
Well, I was excited. I think this is a very beautiful country. When we came here last time, I remember those lizards that chase you, those giant iguanas, and we were staying at a resort down by the water, and they said, you know, don't get too close to him. Of course, everybody I was with had to get close, but that was really neat. And, you know, seeing the rainforest, and the people were so happy and just really nice towards us, and you know, that means a lot. And we've played in some really comfortable venues over our career, and some that are really difficult, and you know, you sometimes can put the venue aside when you think about the people. You know, when we played here, it was funny, we played this outdoor racetrack, and it took us you know, forever to get back after the concert, because there was one tiny little road and 2 buses were blocking each other and nobody would move. So that's one of the things I remember about here, is the traffic was insane, but the people were wonderful.
Okay. If there's any new music out today that you're listening to?
Well, I listen to a lot of different types of music that it kind of just goes by in passing, because I listen to the local rock station where I live. But I think right now, and I don't mean to be a snob or anything, but there's nothing really that's current that makes me go, oh my God, you know, like when we heard Guns N' Roses, or when, you know, Peace House came out, or when, you know, Nevermind came out, or, you know, those records where you're just like, oh my God, my life has changed. I've heard a record that, this is something I'm going to define this period in my life by. I haven't heard a record like that for a long time. But, for me, what I do like listening to right now is a lot of classical stuff because I'm doing something with the San Diego Symphony when I go back home in April. So I've been playing a lot of Vivaldi, which is really neat. And I can see how that is going to help Megadeth music, because Megadeth was initially established off of classical jazz and punk rock music. That's what I liked about my playing style. So going back and relearning learning all this Vivaldi stuff, I think has really been great for us.
Okay. A few years ago, you were named the #1 guitar player in the book, The 100 Greatest Metal Guitarists. What were you feeling about that?
I was very honored. I think it's really great to be #1 at anything. And I remember reading the book. I was doing a photo shoot that day, and I was flipping through the pages, and you start at the 100, obviously, and you get up to about 50, and I started to expect to see myself there, and got into 40, and I'm like, I wonder if I'm going to be in here. And it gets into like 20, I'm like, shit, I missed this book. And then I see a couple guys go by that, and I'm, wow. And then I see like Hammett go by, and then I see there's like 2 people left, and it's John Petrucci, and I'm thinking, there's no way they skipped me in this. And I turned the page, and there I was, and I was like, oh my God, all those years of hard work. A lot of people don't understand me. They don't understand my passion for what I do. I think one of the things that I love about coming down to Latin America to play is I'm as passionate about my music as the Latin American audience is about listening to it. But a lot of American players don't really live and die for their music, and I think that was probably one of the things that set me apart from a lot of people. Was I told people how it was. I played the way that I wanted to play, and I didn't try and be successful because it was the commercial thing to do.
Okay. Do you think when you reach the age of 65, 70, you'll still be rocking like a Rolling Stones?
Like the Rolling Stones? Let's see. I hope so. I hope better, actually, because I think I'm in better shape than they are when they were 52. I think I'm in better shape than they were. And I have tremendous respect for the Rolling Stones, but I think it's all relative because look at Bruce Springsteen. He's just as old as they are, but nobody says anything about it, right? Because he takes care of himself. I take care of myself. People don't really, a lot of people say stuff about, my age because of the whole Big Four thing and what it stands for, or they compare about the injury to my neck. But if I didn't have those 2 things, nobody would say, oh, God, he's 52. They wouldn't care.
Okay. How does Dave Mustaine of today compare to one 20 years ago?
Weigh a little bit more.
Okay, and the last question, what do you expect for tonight's show?
I think that the audience is going to be so well entertained because we've gotten way better since the last time we played here. Getting a chance to see Black Sabbath is truly a heavy metal fan's delight because, it's Black Sabbath. Come on, to get to see them, it is quite a monumental thing as it is, let alone for us to play with them. So, and I think that the combination of Megadeth's magic and Black Sabbath's kind of the alchemy that takes place between the 2 bands has this crazy spirit that's over Costa Rica right now and over that venue, that something really great's going to happen tonight.
Okay, Dave, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bueno, una entrevista exclusiva para 80s y más y el canal de la música, Dave Mustaine de Megadeth, por supuesto, acá en Costa Rica, y hoy un gran concierto junto a Black Sabbath en el Estadio Nacional.